So much discourse about men and leadership. Let's talk about it. I don't think as a man, leadership is a birthright. I think leadership is a skill that you develop over time and through situations. I don't know if you can be a successful leader if you haven't practiced failing at that thing over and over again. Figure out a way to course correct, adapt, and overcome. And I see how often we conflate leadership and dominance. They're not the same thing. Dominance is the manifestation of self-interest. Dominance is obsessed with the idea of projecting strength. It has to be the alpha. It needs something to feel bigger and better than. Leadership is more so about guidance. Because with leadership, the trophy ain't in the accolades or the validation. The trophy's in the successful outcomes. I look at leadership the same way I look at strength. When you're really strong, you don't have to project strength. You don't have to announce it. Everybody will know. They know when you walk in the room. True leadership isn't intimidated by another leader. Am I a leader in my household? Absolutely. Is my wife a leader in our household? Absolutely. Her leadership inspires me, man. That's why I married her. A true leader doesn't want to rule over people. A true leader wants to develop true leaders. A true leader wants to be surrounded by true leaders. How you gonna lead if you're so afraid to fail that you don't admit your own mistakes and shortcomings? That's not leadership. That's well-dressed fear. Gotta call a spade, man. It's not about basking in the satisfaction of being an apex predator. It's making sure that when you go hunt, that the whole pack eats. My leadership philosophy ain't, hey, I need that big piece of chicken right there. My leadership philosophy is, hey, did everybody eat? Is everybody good? Let me get a plate then. Make sure the babies, the women, and the elderly people eat. The best leaders aren't the ones that can do everything. The best leaders are the ones that know how to delegate. I'm not good at this thing right here, but you are. Can you help me do this? And you help me do that? And I'll bring my genius to the table. We'll collaborate and make something dope happen. That's leadership.
Yo, what's going on, people? First of all, when it comes to this clip, I just want to big up Kiers Gaines. Yeah, he's a licensed therapist. I relate to him because he seems like a family man. You know, he talks like he's with it, young, cool. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, how he breaks things down just makes sense, and I think it's good. I think he can really connect to, young men, even middle-aged men and everything, because he comes from a very good perspective that I think could bring healing to our community. And I think what he's saying now in this video about leadership, I think is important because this big talk from men and women. Men tend to speak about being the dominant gender, being a leader in a relationship. You know, it does say in like the Bible, the man is the head of the home. And I feel like men look at that from more of a dominant point of view rather than what it truly means to lead. And women I always see a lot of women saying, oh, I need a man to lead. If he ain't, if I don't have faith in where he's leading me to, then I can't respect him. A lot of women are saying things on the lines of that. Do you know what I mean? So the truth is, and what we need to explore is, what is leadership like? What it does it look like? What does it truly mean to lead as a man? I think Keir Gaines hit the nail on the head. Do you know what I mean? And there was one line he said. What did he say? Something along the lines of leadership is more about the successful outcomes of any situation. And what's crazy to me is this is a hard lesson I've had to learn recently. I'm a Nigerian, well, I have a Nigerian background. I was born in Britain, but I have a Nigerian background. So I've grown up with Nigerian parents. And Nigerians, their way of dominance and being the head of the house is basically a certain level of control and being dominant by voice, by warnings, by threats, by, this is just how it is. And I think a lot of them the men have taken being the head of the home out of context. And that's what we need to unlearn. And even though I didn't really grow up with my dad, but what I do know is from what I've seen, from the uncles I've been around, from men that I've met along the way of my journey, everyone just thinks that, as a man, being dominant, running your home looks a certain way. But then what I realized is a lot of these people have broken relationships. And if they don't have broken relationships, a lot of their women are very timid, broken, they have no life yet. Do you know what I mean? Not all, I'm just saying a lot of them that basically are in a controlling relationship with their husband, and they have no say. Do you know what I mean? They become doormats or whatever. Or you have a very turbulent marriage or relationship, and you wonder why are these people always fighting? Why is there always drama? And in my relationship now, I had to learn that if I'm very reactive, okay, how can I lead? So I became very reactive to my partner's emotions because, women go through different things in life. They can go through the time of the month, postpartum. Sometimes they just have their own things they're dealing with in life. And we say women are more emotional. This is a fact that everyone says. So if that's true, they're going to react to their emotions, and you might be who they react to, and you might feel that they're taking it out on you. But if I'm also reactive, and as a man, if you're reactive, how can you lead? Because the thing is, some people think the right reaction is to insert who they are and let them know that they're the man, that they can never be disrespected. And that's how I used to think. Like, how dare you disrespect me? Me, I'm meant to be the head of the house. You're meant to have respect for me. But actually, if leadership is more about the successful outcome, then my job is to make sure the house doesn't go on fire. Does that make sense? So, like, if she's in a zone, I lack the self-control to stop myself from reacting and allow myself to take it there too. Then now we're both beefing, and that's when it just gets nasty. And I've experienced that. So I learned, in order to keep the peace, if it means I'm the one that's gonna have to come with the resolve, or I'm the one that's gonna have to humble the situation, or I'm gonna have to make her feel better or lift her up, then that's my job as a leader. Everyone should be happy in the household. I need to make sure, as the head of the home, that's happening. As he said, delegating. People think, oh, because you're the leader, you're meant to do this. Some men beat themselves up because maybe they can't provide fully, or they need help from their wife, or whatever it is. Or maybe their wife is better in this, and some people feel emasculated because of certain things that maybe the woman can do, where usually by gender roles it's meant to be the man's job, but maybe your woman does better. The reason why you can still have leadership in those kind of situations is because, like he said, leadership could just be delegating. If you know the strengths and the weaknesses in your relationship, yeah, in just not even just relationship, even in, like, when you look at careers, jobs, business, the delegation is part of leadership. You have to know what parts of the puzzle fits together to make this situation work. Right now, we're chasing the successful outcome of a marriage relationship, or of a day, or a day in the life in your household. How can we make this day go smoothly? How can we make sure our relationship and our family stay together? How can this happen? If your wife is not working on that, then you, as the head of the home, needs to have that vision. And that's what true leadership is. So yeah, man, I agree with Keir Gaines, and I think I think men going through adulthood follow him, man. He brings a new perspective on certain things, or a perspective that we wasn't conditioned to have, but will really help us. So I encourage a lot of men and women, of course, to go watch his stuff.
Only thing Gucci got to do is shower. He don't got to do nothing else. I do everything for that man, but not because I have to do it. I want to. I enjoy taking care of him. I enjoy him just being happy and going to the studio and doing music. I don't want him to worry about the bills, worry about what he got to eat, worry about nothing. That man, all he got to do is bathe child and go do his shows and go to the studio. That is it. The wife takes care of everything else, and I love doing it. And if I don't do it, I would be miserable.
Why do you think you'd be miserable?
Because I want to take care of my man. I don't want nobody else to do it. I want you to pay so-and-so to do this. A chef, I cook for him. I buy his clothes. I do everything. And I want to keep the money at home.
Baby!
I want to keep the money in the bank.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
invest. I do great investments. So it's like, the thing is, when you have a man, you want that man to need you, not want you. And Gucci needs me. He can't function without me, and that's what you want in a relationship.
Good job.
Apart from my own, this might be the best wife I have seen on the internet. Well done, Gucci. Well done, bro. You picked correct. Like, did you hear her? I don't even think they make them like this no more. I don't think that these type of women are like this out here. And yes, a big part of it, I won't lie. So don't think like all these men that you're looking for a partner and you're thinking there's nothing out there. Don't expect this level of treatment unless you're a rich man. I'll be honest. Obviously, Gucci's got the money to allow her to stay at home and do everything she needs to do. You know, she can run the home. You can only do that if you've got good money. Do you know what I mean? So don't be fooled. But I just rate her though, because even there's a lot of women that are with men with money and they ain't about to serve them to this level. She said all he has to do is shower, which means everything in the home's taken care of. Real traditional wife. Even though she looks like a baddie, real traditional values for her man. Yeah? So I just want to rate her. But this is what I'm saying. The moral of the story is, listen, if you even want to be able to get this type of girl, yeah, if this is what you're saying, if this is when we talk about, people say the dating game's mad, these women don't want to do nothing no more. To even step into this area of woman, to step into this level of woman, you need peas. Yeah. So if this is what you want, you need to be focusing it on your money. Get your money up. Make sure you can pattern your whole home, yeah, so that your wife can just serve you. And I'm not even sure if you'll get this level 100%, but if you want a chance to get this level, that's what you need to do. Don't get me wrong, there's probably like a 0.5% of men that ain't got money like that, but have women that will serve them to this level. And if you've managed to pull that off, big you up. But this is rare, and I'm rating it. And any women watching thinking what's the best way to treat your man, this is the best way. Obviously, she said, I don't want him to want me, I want him to need me. And even though some people may say, oh, but no one should need no one, like to that level, I personally get it. And I think it plays into the value conversation. There's too much value for Gucci to lose this type of woman. This is a good woman. I don't know what goes on in their house privately and all of that. I don't know what she's about, but what she's presenting is a good woman. Yeah? And that's the value there. So, if you offer that much value to a man, it'll be very difficult for him to consider any other situation. He's keeping you. And if you don't keep a woman like this, then you're very silly. That's all I'll say. But yeah, man, I'm happy that this kind of shows they do exist. I think it's like a 0.5% of women that are like this still. And I also think the majority of that 0.5% is because everything else financially is sorted in the house. But if you are someone that has managed to pull this off and get a woman like this, and she's even going to work, then, it's a bit mad. And the reason why I'm not trying to be typical and say what everyone says when it comes to money and stuff, but what you got to understand, for a woman to serve you to this level, she's going to need to have all the time in the world. You can't expect a woman that is paying 50-50 or contributing to the house, going out to work just like you are, to be doing this level of service at home. Is unfair. You end up with a woman that will end up depleted. She'll be unhappy, miserable, depressed, constant arguments, crashing out all the time because of all the pressure. So that's why I say get your money up if you want this. The other thing I'll say is we have to be realistic as well. Like in this day and age, there are a lot of families sharing bills. There are a lot of men and women both riding together to make, ends meet and whatever. That we live in a society where women are able to work and women are doing well. And also, I don't want to encourage the mindset of I'm not getting into a relationship till I'm rich, because not everyone's going to be rich. It's the honest truth. And you shouldn't hold yourself back because you ain't got the money. I mean, you should definitely have an income and definitely be working towards something before you enter a relationship or have things, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't say you need to be rich and everything should be patterned, because some of your blessings are waiting with your wife. Let me be honest. Do you know what I mean? So with that said, I don't want to make out like this is the only way to have a wonderful life, because every type of life has problems. Yeah? And everyone's gonna have different circumstances. So I would never knock the partnership thing of where man and woman are both going out to work and they're building their house like that. Whatever works for your relationship, that's it. But like I said, if you want the treatment that Gucci Mane's getting, you need to find a 1 in a million, and on top of that, you need to have money. So yeah.
Try to tell you,
Okay.
or stop sleep with my daughter,
Sorry?
or go married. No. I'm to hear,
Hang on.
no, every night, bam, 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 bam. How long time you think will be that situation? Yeah?
Oh, hang on.
And my neighbor talk. My
Okay.
neighbor say, what doing your daughter? I say, no, it's simple. The guy comes here. It's, this guy, Tim. Bam, 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 every night. It's nothing. My daughter, I ask her, okay,
Okay.
what you doing? You married or you bam, bam every night with Tim?
Look, Maggie.
What you doing?
No offense, right? Lisa, she's a grown woman. She's 22.
Grand woman, at least a 22.
Yeah, she's an
You
adult.
think it's grand woman? Eh?
Well, she's an adult.
22.
What me and her do in private, it's none of your business, and it's not the neighbors. It's certainly not the
my
neighbors' business.
My business is because she live in my home.
I understand
She
that.
live there. She have to listen to me.
Okay.
And you, what you have to do is
What do I have to do?
leave my daughter
But I love her.
or marry. What you say?
I love her. We're in love. She loves me. I love her. That's why do you think I'm here?
Where is the wedding? Where is the ring? Where is the wedding?
Yeah, but you don't have to get married to
She
show
talk like
love.
him. She talk like you.
Yeah, but because what's wrong with that? You don't need to get married to be in love.
No, but have to.
My parents are not married.
No, you know what?
What?
You're lucky that her father is not here.
Why?
He's very, very, very religion. He
Really?
can't. No, you know what will happen.
But Lisa doesn't go to church.
No.
I've never seen her go to church.
You never see her
Yeah.
because she never. If she been come with me on the church sometime, no, will be bam bam all night, every night.
It's not every night. I mean,
What about your mother? Your mother, she doesn't bring you to the church.
well,
She didn't show you what you need to do.
I mean, but like I said,
1 month, Tim. 1 month. It's not new 1 day, new 1 week. 1 month. Tim.
yeah, but
No,
I'm
and
sorry.
the neighbors talk so much.
Yeah, but
In
what's-
my neighbors,
it's not
look,
the
the
neighbors.
church is close
Yeah,
to
I
my
know,
house.
I know, but it's not the neighbors' problem. It's not their business, you know.
No,
It's
I
private.
know, but the religion is religion.
Yeah.
I need to.
Listen,
I need to. But I want to
Maggie,
know.
when I started dating Lisa, you told me that
Maggie.
you told me I don't mind what you do as long as it's under
Please
my
don't
roof.
mind.
You said you don't mind as long as it's in your roof. You know, I look after your
You
daughter.
talk too much.
I don't take her anywhere.
You talk too much.
I talk too much.
Yeah, you talk too much.
Well, you've been talking.
What you have to do is tell me
What do you want to know?
what you think to do with my daughter. Only bam bam every night. or married to each other or some.
Well, it's like you said. We've only been serious for 1 month, so I don't know if I want to marry her. It's too early
Tim,
to
listen.
tell.
Listen.
I'm listening.
I've
been
think,
listening.
and my neighbor,
Okay.
you are lucky that the father doesn't know nothing about this.
Well, maybe you should
But
tell her.
I think it's the time
What do you
to be
think?
serious, to start think about wedding, about some
Wedding?
place,
I've been with
about
her- I've
children.
been with her for 1 month. She just finished
1 month,
university.
1 month. 1 month is too much. It's 1 month every night.
okay, look.
Every night. Too much love.
Lisa just finished university. She's trying to get a job.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Yo, oh my days. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I hear it. I hear it from the mum. Yeah. I don't think it's acceptable for a daughter to be bringing home a man while living in her mum's house and blatantly just piping to the point where neighbors are hearing what's going on. Like, at least if you're going to do that, you gotta have that silent sex. You know what I mean? You gotta be silent with it. You gotta, if it means put the pillow over the daughter's head. She's 22, right? So I get she's of age, legal age, but I mean, I agree with the mum here. And me as a dad, there's no daughter of mine that will be able to bring, yeah, her man to our family home and just be piping like that. I will not have it. Yeah? For this mum's having a conversation with a guy, that's cool and all of that, yeah. But I don't even know if I'll be able to even have a mature conversation. I might have to take it further. You can't be coming to my house and disrespecting the house. I'm not saying that two young people can't like each other and want to do adult things. I'm just saying pattern yourself if you're going to do that. Yeah? At the most, if you're big enough to do those things, yeah? Because, okay, the way I see it is, right, with sex, there's always a risk, right? You got risk of STIs, STDs, you got risk of getting the girl pregnant. Those things weigh heavy. They cost a lot, yeah? Especially if you end up having a baby. So please, if you're going out there having sex, yeah, just make sure you're in a position that if ever you were to face the consequences, you're good for it. Okay? That's what I would say. So already that should exclude people that are bringing partners to their parents' house. And the thing is, yeah, I've been young once. I've been young once. There are ways to do things. I can't say that I didn't have women around when I lived at my mum's. But what I will say is, at time, okay, do you know what? I'm not perfect. Let me just say that. But there's a silent rule. Let me let you know the silent rule. The silent rule is if you're gonna do it and your parents are in, or your mum's in, it has to be quiet. Quiet. Put the pillow over her head. Like I said, no, I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't go and suffocate no one though. But you have to, be quiet. The neighbors shouldn't be hearing it. Do you know what I mean? And then the other one is, why not just wait till you got a free yard? I don't encourage that though, because you don't know who one is. And sometimes your parent is that protection. So that one, you would have to know that person very well, know where they live, know where to find them, know everything about them, so that if anything does happen, someone could be held accountable. But that's what I used to do. Either wait till I have a free yard or quiet. I know that's hard to do if you're laying it down, but listen, moral of the story, as a Christian man, I would encourage you not to indulge in those things until you're married, especially if you can't afford to pay for the consequences. So I agree what the mum is saying, because personally to me, you should really be doing those, jokes aside and all of that. And yes, we make mistakes and I'm not judging no one. But really and truly, In the ideal world, it will be you wait as a daughter, you wait till you're either married or able to afford to have your own place, and then obviously you're adult and you pay your own bills, you could do whatever you want. Do you know what I mean? But the problem here is doing it in the parents' house. The action is not really the problem. It is the point. You're doing it in your mom's house. You're disgracing her to the neighbors. You're disgracing yourself. It's uncomfortable for your mom to have to deal with, and that guy is disrespectful because you're proud to go and pipe someone in front of their mom. Like, don't you have shame? You're ready to go and pipe someone's daughter in front of them, letting them hear the sounds to the point their mom has to come and speak to you. What the hell? Like, get your money up. Take the girl to a hotel. Take the girl to a hotel. Get your own place. This is disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. Not the act. The fact that it's affecting people and it's loud to people, and you're not even trying to like just do it undercover. You're outrightly saying it, and you're having the cheek to argue with the mum who's worried that her daughter's just getting taken for a piece of meat. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. So yeah, as a father, I will not be having this. See, the thing is, already she's come from a respectful place. Well, actually, already she's tried to have a talk about it. She said no more. This guy has the cheek to turn around and say, well, she's a adult. You don't need to be married to do these things and all of that. Instead of you to say, okay, you know what? I'm sorry if you feel like I've disrespected your home or your daughter. I do have a great relationship with her, and we will stop doing that in your house. That's the right response. Yeah, even if you are still gonna have relations with the daughter, that is the right response. Like, why you're basically telling her mom that you just want to smash the generation of today, and to think that I've got teenage kids now that are growing up. Boy, I just won't be able to have this kind of behavior. I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy.